Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Dr. Crypto here, and I hope you're all doing well. And in this video, I will be talking about the crypto market and also stock market, and also be talking about Crypto.com CEO, because this is very important. This is very important for next week, to be honest with you, especially if you are a CRO holder as well. So before I start, hit that like button and give a subscribe. Your support is always much appreciated. And I want to get straight into this one. XRP. Congratulations to the XRP army out there. We knew this was coming because obviously we had the new president, President Trump, in power, who's pro-crypto, and his family are pro-crypto, and now they're putting pro-crypto people in place in the SEC. And this is what's happening now. This is giving a chance now for the crypto market and for Ripple to start to grow in America. They've got the reins now, they're taking the lead now, and this is an opportunity for these development projects to move forward. And this is really exciting times, especially if you're an XRP holder. We saw a little bit of a pump yesterday. We've seen XRP go from all the way down to the lows, all the way going over to $2 and over. Hopefully, in this cycle, this bull market carries on. Hopefully, this XRP could get to around about $5, in my personal opinion. That's if the bull market carries on and Bitcoin plays game. But overall, really bullish for Ripple, really bullish for XRP holders out there as well. So congratulations to you too. But we also had yesterday, we had the FOMC meeting, very anticipated one this was. I know it's always important, but this one was actually important to the next one, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it was really interesting actually. So they held the interest rates to where they are. They haven't cut it, they haven't raised it, they just put it on hold at the moment because there's lots going on in terms of geopolitical issues. Obviously, there's tariffs, uncertainty in terms of inflation, but also we're starting to see a few cracks starting to appear in terms of the economy in general. So it's a very, very dicey time at the moment for the Federal Reserve. So they've got to play it very carefully. We can see here, this is on the Cubster, the economy is strong, inflation remains somewhat elevated. And that's what I mean. It's very uncertain what's happening with these tariffs at the moment. Tariffs have driven the inflation expectation higher. Fed is not in a hurry and will wait further clarity. If the labour market weakens, the Fed can ease if needed. So they've got the tools prepared just in case. So they've got plenty of tools to their kit to actually, if anything happens in terms of the economy, to actually try to resolve that. So they are aware of it. So if the economy remains strong, policy restraints can be maintained. 6, made technical decision to slow balance sheet decline. The Fed remains wait and see mode. Now, we've just had this, particularly for all over the years, but it was good to see that we got QT on the horizon. We can see Benjamin Cowen here as well. Said the committee will slow pace of decline of its security holdings by reducing the monthly redemption cap of Treasury securities from 25 billion to 5 billion. So bear this one in mind. They're not finishing QT. They're just very slowly cutting it down. Because obviously, like I said, there's a lot of concern out there in terms of tariffs and also with inflation as well. But there's worries also potentially with the economy weakening too. So we just got to bear that one in mind. Like I said, yeah, so we saw the stock market yesterday rally from that, which is really positive. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens today when the stock market opens for a fresh in Wall Street. So it's going to be very interesting indeed. So we got a lot of the liquidations taken out. We did reach up to around about 87,000, just over, and then we've come down slightly as well. We've got a lot of liquidations down there, starting to build down now around about that $80,000 mark. So we could actually, you know, in terms of Bitcoin, tends to follow where the liquidity is. So there is a possibility that we could come back down here today. So we just got to bear that one in mind as well. But I also want to point out as well, we've got something very important today as well. I don't know what he's going to come out with, but we've got President Trump, which is reportedly expected to make a major update on the up-and-coming strategy today. So we just got to bear that one in mind. This is at a crypto conference that is happening today. So all eyes and ears be waiting to see what Donald Trump comes out with. So this could be very interesting indeed. It's definitely could be a market mover. So just be aware of that and just watch out. So on up-and-coming crypto strategy. So what is he going to announce today? So keep your eyes close to doors. So yeah, overall, but we can see here, gold versus Bitcoin as well. We can see here, this is from Mr. Anderson, gold versus Bitcoin. Since January 2023, gold has been in a vicious downtrend versus Bitcoin. Over the past 2 years, gold versus Bitcoin USD has made 4 rallies up to its 200-a-day EMA, each marking an exhaustion point for gold versus Bitcoin, and a significant pivot lower in the price of Bitcoin. We're now seeing a 5th rally to the 200-day EMA. Will this be different? So everything will be watching this very, very closely, because we know gold has been going up to all-time highs. It's been really rocking up. I think over $3,000. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to see what happens against Bitcoin on this one. So is this going to actually rally Bitcoin up towards all-time high, or are we going to pull back? So we just got to bear that in mind and be very careful of that, because at the moment when we're looking at Bitcoin as well, Bitcoin, you know, has been in that between that supply and demand zone, and then obviously what's been going on lately, we've actually dropped down towards the downside because everything to do with tariffs. Stock market's actually pulled back as well. It's not a crash because it's not above 10% pullback. It's just a pullback, that's all, which I think was actually needed, to be honest with you. But yeah, so Bitcoin's come all the way down here. We've basically fell down below the 200 EMA. We've clambered back up to over that 200 EMA now. Now, for me to get to be bullish on Bitcoin at the moment, I really do want us to get above that demand zone. So we need to get above that demand zone, which is over $90,000. I want to see that, hold the line back up there, and then start to push up towards the upside again. Now, today could be one of those days where we get that real big breakout all the way towards the upside for Bitcoin. But I'm also watching the USDT dominance as well. That is starting to drop down. We've lost the 20 and lost the 50 EMA as well. And now we're heading down towards that 200 EMA, which would be a significant support. We came down here back in March. Where was that? Beginning of March. We hit it down there, and looks like we're coming back down to that. That's going to be very important. We want this to keep dropping down because obviously we want to see all altcoins move towards the upside. But what we can see is here, looking at CRO, nothing's really changed at the moment. If we could go to the 1 day on this, go to the 1 day, and yeah, it's just basically just been a downward spiral, really. But what's actually happening is, which is very interesting, is we're starting to level off now, and we're starting to gradually move towards the upside. But we're starting to come up to a bit of area resistance right now, which obviously could actually be a make or break. So obviously, I think what will happen next week could be that make or break for CRO. But at the moment, obviously, with that news coming out about the burn reversal, which I am not a fan of, I did not like that question decentralization to me. Actually, decentralization on that point went out the window, in my opinion. I couldn't believe it. Sort of unburning and putting it back into the market. I just don't know. It's I'm not happy about that, and I've already done videos on that. Anyway, I want to talk about positive things at the moment. So yeah, obviously, we're coming up to that area of resistance right now. So obviously, our altcoin's going to move up, not just CRO, obviously. But what I'm seeing is we've just clambered just above that green line there, which is the 20 EMA. And so I want us to hold that, but we really, 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 really need to get above that 50 EMA, which we can see, which is that downward spiral. Because at the moment, what's been happening is against the Bitcoin pairing, we've just been bleeding out. And that's not just CRO, that's most of the altcoins as well. We've just been bleeding out. But I want to see CRO to start to make a rally towards the upside on the Bitcoin pairing as well. But like I said, what we've got actually coming out, which everybody's been calling for, is actually an AMA from Chris. So don't forget, we've got the AMA on the 25th of March at 1 p.m. SGT time, 5 o'clock a.m. UTC time as well. So hopefully, submit your questions. Look, I don't know what's going to happen on this. I don't know what questions he's going to ask. Is he going to start talking about CRO? Is he going to be talking about the unburning? I don't know. I really hope he does, because that's what the Crow fam and the Crow holders really, really want. Clarity on why this was the case, because we got no answers about that at all. So hopefully he will give us some clarity on that and why they did it. Is there a reason, a positive reason why? I don't know. Let's hope he comes out with it. I want to start talking about CRO again. I need him to talk about CRO. The Crow fam wants him to talk, because you see all these other CEOs. I'm going to go on a rant here. Go on it, but I don't want to go on about this, but you see other CEOs like BNB and BitGet. All their CEOs talk about their coin, their BitGet token, BNB token. But Chris doesn't seem to want to talk about CRO very much. But you see all these other CEOs talking about their tokens. Brad Garlinghouse talking about XRP all the time. I don't know why Chris has to be shy about it. I'm hoping his tone changes and he starts talking about CRO and bullishing it up, because we deserve it, to be honest with you. We really do. And I get it, they want to make all their money, but also we want to make money as well. And we want the Crow to do well as well. So I want him to start talking about CRO a lot more than what he actually does. And it'd be very interesting to see what he comes out with this AMA as well. But on a bullish note as well, I've been buying Line Token. This is obviously a new project. I've already covered this in the previous video. But also, yeah, don't forget with the Line Token as well, you can also earn up to, so you can get up to 60 months, 176% APR on this. 36 months, 70%. Gold Vault, 53%. And Silver, 35%. Personally, I haven't locked mine up. Everybody's very different in terms of what they do. But we can have a look at the Line Token at the moment. Look at that. We had that massive move towards the upside. If we go down to the 4-hourly as well, we can see here we've actually just fallen below that 20 EMA. So what I want us to do is we want us to get above that 20 EMA to make our way back up. But also we're holding the line regarding that 50 EMA as well. And we can see money flow is still coming in. So this is really bullish. If the altcoins start making a move up, Bitcoin starts making its bullish move back up about above $90,000 and alt start to move hard, then obviously I can see this token absolutely really pumping hard, to be honest with you. And that's why I've been DCAing into this one. I think I own just over 500,000 of these tokens. So yeah, I keep on accumulating. I like to get to 1 million, to be honest with you, because if this actually does make a big move towards the upside and do a 10x, that's going to be a nice bit of an earner. So yeah, so hopefully we're going to see more upside on that. But like I said, it's worth going to their website, checking out. Check out the roadmap as well, which we can see here when it all loads up. When it all loads up on here. So we have got the roadmap here, which you can all check it out for Q1 2023. So we've got the token launch, staking tiers, listed on selected DEXs and CEXs. So hopefully we're going to get some more centralized exchange listings soon. TNFTs boosted, integration to main city, exchange listings, and Crypto.com app rewards and benefits. And then we go on to the rest of it. Q3, Q4, 2026, 27, 28, 29. So really bullish in my opinion. Check it out. And like I said, I keep on accumulating Line as well. So smash that like button, give subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.